Imagine you're at a restaurant and the waiter comes to you and says, "What do you want?" "I want food." "What do you want?" "Food." "Okay." The waiter goes off and they bring you back a slice of bread. And you're like, "This isn't what I want." Well, the waiter looks at you and says, "Well, you said food. I gave you food. Bread is food." "No, but I want something bigger." "Well, what do you want?" "Chinese food." "What do you want?" "Chinese food." Okay. The waiter leaves and they come back with a shrimp roll. "I don't want this. This is too small." "Well, what do you want?" "Chinese food." Okay. The waiter leaves and they come back with shrimp lo mein. "I don't want this. I'm allergic to seafood." "What do you want?" Your mind is like the waiter. And it's here and it asks you, "What do you want?" Because if you can tell it exactly what you want, clearly, it'll bring it to you. If you want to run a business, you have to say, well, what exactly do you want? What is your business? What do you sell? Who do you help? If you want to improve your grades, "I want better grades." And your mind looks at you and says, well, what does that mean? Better grades. Okay, you just went from a D to a C minus. "I don't want this. I want better grades." Well, what do you want? "I want straight A's." Okay, now I can give you that. I can make that happen because I know what you want. The problem is that throughout life, people don't often know what they really want. "I want a cool car." "What kind?" "I want a lot of money." "How much?" "I want better grades." "What grade do you want?" "I want a girlfriend." What did that mean? Like, what are their hobbies? How old are they? What do they look like? "I want a happy relationship." What did that mean? So instead of just saying, "I want this," be clear because your mind is a waiter and it will bring you whatever order you ask for. Get your notebooks. This is going to be a good one. So if you know what you want, that's level one. Because if you go into the restaurant and you just want food, they'll bring you any food. You have to know, "I want shrimp lo mein with a spring roll." That's exactly what I want. The waiter will bring you exactly what you order. Now, why do you want this? So let's say you want a car, you want straight A's, you want a girlfriend, you want big muscles in the gym. Okay, that's exactly what you want. Why? Well, I want straight A's so that I can be successful, get into college, and have a good life. Okay, that's why you want it. I want a girlfriend so I can feel companionship and I can feel happy and love someone and they love me. Okay, that's why you want it. I want money so that I'm able to buy whatever I want and help the people around me. Okay, now the third step, and this is where a lot of people get it wrong. They say, "Here's exactly how I want it." Because when you say, "Here's exactly how I want it," I want this car at this specific day, this specific way. Here's how I'll get it. I want this girlfriend or this boyfriend. I want to meet them here on this day at this time. No, forget how. I know it's going to sound backwards, but you have to forget the how. Because the universe, your mind, God, whatever you believe in, has all these different ways of how it will give you what you want. But when you say, "This is the one and only way how I want it," that's all it can do. It can't give you all these different possibilities. It can only give you this. It can only give you exactly what you want in the only way how you asked for it. But there could have been ways how it could have happened that would have been so much better for you. When I created my website, well, I didn't even make it. I'll get to the point here. When I said, okay, I want a professional speaker website, that's what I want. Why do I want it? It's going to improve my business. I'll look more professional. It'll help with credibility. I can sell my stuff there. I have a lot of reasons why I wanted it. Now, how? Well, I'm going to build it myself. That's the one and only way. I'm going to build it myself. Okay, I'm going to have somebody else build it for me. Now we've opened up the door to all these different possibilities. We've opened up the door to people coming and building it for me, which is what eventually happened. Because someone else who's way better at making websites, I met them through somebody who connected us and they did it for me. The point being, if I was so focused on the one and only way of me doing it, my website would have looked terrible. I created the first version myself and it looked terrible. Then I had somebody do it for free. It looked bad. It wasn't terrible, but it looked kind of bad. Then the person who came along and I met them and they did it for me, they did it for $400. It would have been so much more expensive if I found somebody myself, but they came along. So the how was so much better than I could have imagined because I know what I want. I know why I want it. But you just have to kind of throw it off there and say, hey, God, universe, spirit, whatever. It's in your hands now. You control the how, I control the what. And then the last step, live your life as if it's true. Live your life as if you currently have that girlfriend. Live your life as if you currently have that car. Live your life as if you currently have that money. Well, Lawrence, how in the world am I supposed to live my life as if I have my dream car if I don't currently have my dream car? Imagine it in your head. Mentally close your eyes and just imagine yourself gripping the steering wheel. You feel the black interior. You look out the window of your C7 Corvette, your Lamborghini Urus, your Honda Civic, whatever, and you're driving, you feel the engine, you grip the wheel, you see the stick shift, you see all the buttons, you see the speedometer, you press your foot on the gas, you press your foot on the pedal, you stop at the red light, you turn the wheel to the left, you turn the wheel to your right. That's how you do it. And as you drift off into sleep, that's when your mind is the most receptive. Now it's at its most waiter. That's the best term I can find for it. And the professional term is your subconscious. Your conscious mind is thinking. This is what I want. I am going to do this. This is my plan. That's your conscious mind. Your subconscious mind is the waiter that says, what do you want? I'll give you whatever you want if you ask for it. And as you drift off into your sleep, your conscious thinking mind is gone and your subconscious mind takes over. And this is why, as you're falling asleep and it's like drifting off and the subconscious is leaving, well, the conscious is leaving and the subconscious is coming to the front. That's when you're able to really give it what you want and it'll do everything in its power to make it happen. And on the surface, your conscious mind, which is your thinking mind, is going to say, there's no way, it's not going to happen like that. We need to stick to this plan. That doesn't make sense. Your subconscious mind says, what do you want? And it will give it to you. It'll make it happen somehow. But the conscious mind is where we think about stuff like, no, but that doesn't make sense. It can't happen. No one in my family has done it. No one who looks like me has done it. I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm not qualified. I'm not ready. But the subconscious, it just says, well, what do you want? And it'll give you what you want. So remember, you have to first off know what exactly do you even want? Because you could say, I want a girlfriend. Okay. How old is she? What does she look like? Is she taller than you? Is she shorter than you? Um, just have to be specific. You don't need to have every single last tiny detail laid out. But if you want to achieve your goal, and you want to make what seems impossible possible, you have to know clearly what you want. I want to be a successful business owner. Okay. Do you want to fix cars? Do you want to sell books? Do you want to do coaching? Do you want to clean houses? Do you want to sell clothing? What exactly does a successful business owner mean to you? And why do you want it? Oh, I want it because I'm going to look cool to everybody. Okay, then what? People are going to think I'm cool. Then what? They'll want to be my friend. Then what? People will like me. Then what? I'll feel good about myself. So it's not actually that you want to look cool to other people, it's that you want to feel cool, which then leads us into the last step of living as if. If you were a successful business owner, how would you live your life? Oh, I would eat good food. I would go to nice restaurants. I would wear nice clothing. I would live in a certain place. Okay, maybe you don't have the money in your bank account currently to go to these super expensive restaurants. All right, go to a better restaurant than you're used to. Like instead of going to McDonald's, go to Applebee's. Instead of going to Applebee's, go to like a steakhouse and order something cheap, like something for 15 or $20. Because at least you're in the place. Maybe you're not going to these like really luxurious restaurants, but you're taking a step much closer to that version of you. And as you take these steps closer to you, you're reminding your subconscious mind, here's what I want. And eventually it'll bring it to you. When I wanted this office, I tell this story all the time. I sat down and I said, all right, what do I want? I want an office. Okay, Lawrence, what does that mean? Like, do you want a cubicle? Do you want to be around a bunch of lawyers? Do you want to be just in this tiny little box? No, I don't want that. Okay, well, Lawrence, what do you want? Well, I want an office that is in Philadelphia, in downtown. I want it to look really nice. I want it to feel this way. I want it to have security, like locks and stuff, so people can't just break in. I want to have my own room. I want it to have good sound. I want to be around other people who are young, so it's not like a bunch of 80-year-olds in here. And my subconscious said, okay, that's exactly what you want. Order up. And boom, it served it to me on a silver platter. I saved, when I arrived here, I saved thousands of dollars off my rent because I just happened to ask. Do you guys have like any specials, like any deals going on? And why did that happen? Because in my mind, I knew here is exactly what I want, even down to the price. When I was making this plan, I said the most I want to spend is $250 a month. That's the most I want to spend per month. And my subconscious said, okay, $220, which is under 250. So I got exactly what I asked for by first off knowing what I want, why I want it, but forgetting the how. I didn't care how I got it. All I cared about was getting it. And when it comes to living as if, you have to not think, I want that thing. You have to think, I already have it. Like in your mind, you have to picture yourself already having it. How would you live if you had it? And align your life that way. So before I had this office, I took the TV out of my room because obviously my office wouldn't have a TV. I put a desk in there because my office would have a desk. I put ring lights and stuff because my office would have these kind of lighting. And I turned my room into an office, not just because it was convenient, but because it was making a picture of what exactly I wanted. And I eventually got exactly what I wanted. So, with that said, stop being vague in what you want. If you want a car, be specific. What car? What color? What make? What model? If you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, be specific. Do you want them taller than you? Do you want them shorter than you? Do you want them to be into the same type of music as you? What do you want? If you want to live in a certain place, like you want to move out, get your first apartment, what do you want? What unit do you want? What building? Where do you want to live? How do you want your apartment to look? What exactly do you want? If you want a lot of money, what dollar amount do you want? If you want a certain career or a certain goal or a certain thing, what do you want? It's that simple. And once you know what exactly you want, make a clear picture in your head. Like, make a clear mental picture of that. And as you drift off into sleep, just imagine yourself living that life, sleeping in that apartment bed, having that money in your account, going to that nice restaurant, getting married, getting that girlfriend. But don't focus on how. Don't think about how will I get it. Just think I have it. I'm living that life. This is my life. And over time, as you drift off into sleep, you'll start dreaming that life. And it'll feel so real that your mind has no option but to give you what you want. And to circle it all the way back to the beginning, if you go to a restaurant and the waiter comes to you and you say, I want food, it'll give you food. If you say, I want something to drink, it'll give you something to drink. But if you know what you want and you say what you clearly want, it'll bring you what you say you want. And it doesn't care. If you say you want something bad to happen, it'll make that happen. If you say you want something good, it'll make that happen. But you have to know what you want. And when it comes asking, it'll bring it to you. Don't worry about how, don't worry about when, don't worry about where. Just focus on what, why, and the idea that I already have it. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and follow for more content. You can find my social media pages below, as well as the link for my next event, where we'll be talking about breaking the limiting beliefs that hold us back. And you can also purchase my books in the link in the description. Have a great day.